Hey guys, Moika, welcome back to another video. We are going sailing as a family of 4 for the first time with Ukki, who is grandpa in Finnish. Now Ukki has been sailing for a long time, probably close to 40 years, maybe even 50 years. But he is part of a sailing club called the Sea Bears, and as an organization they own about 25 different islands, I think. And Ukki said that they also rent like 2 or 3 every year. You do have to be a member of the sailing club to visit one of these islands. So yesterday we sailed for an hour and we reached our first island. Now when I say sailing, we didn't actually put the sails out or put it down or whatever the right term is. We actually used the engine because the weather for the last 2 days here has been really, really nice, and there is almost no wind, so we were not able to sail here technically, but we did use the engine on the boat, and we arrived at the first island. It was a very, very small island, and when we got there, it was packed. I think it had maybe 10 or 12 boats docked to it already, and you can walk from one end of the island to the next in like 10 minutes. Maybe even less. It was a very small piece of land. Most of these islands will have a sauna. Each boat is allowed 1 hour just because they want to make sure everybody gets a turn. So you sign up for your time and you can go to the sauna. Here I'll insert a short tour video I took of the sauna. I only had about a minute left before the next guests were supposed to come into the sauna. So this is a very quick tour of a Finnish sauna. Here you can clean your shoes. All right, so this is a traditional sauna. There's some wood out here. You would just warm up the stove as you go. And when we come over to the left, this is a dressing room or undressing room. It's the view from this window. There's also a table here if you want to take a little snack break. And then when we first come in, here is the shower room. We've got a hose here with cold water, and then this is hot water. You mix it together, and then this is how you shower, basically by dumping buckets of water over your head. And then through this door here is the sauna. Oh, it's quite warm in here. So this sauna seats, I don't know, a good 6 to 8 people, maybe a little bit tight for 8 people, but yeah, it's a nice little sauna. And you can sit here and look out the view. Oh, I think the next guest is coming. Moi. So let's just take a quick walk out here. You can come in here between sessions and take a dip. And we are docked right over there. Because we had registered our boat for the sauna, I think one of the other guests saw our family's last name and came up to my husband. Turns out this other guy knew my husband's grandfather. So he used to be a surgeon during the war. This guy that we met was also a surgeon, so he knew him through his profession. And he offered us some moose meat, which I've never tasted before. There was a grill there, and he just quickly grilled it up and served it to us. This was my first time trying moose meat, and it was quite good. I like my meat well done, and he accidentally made it well done because they were chatting and he forgot about it, but it kind of just tastes like steak. Doesn't really taste any different than steak, but it was well seasoned and I enjoyed it very much, and I was very thankful that we met this guy. He said that this was hunted moose meat. He said that he was not the shooter, but I'm assuming one of his friends might have shot it or something. Yeah. Okay, let's do a quick walkthrough of this little house or a cabin. Boot cleaner. During the wintertime you can clean off the snow. Here's some extra canisters. You can also connect one of these grilling plates. And then we come in here. So they have a little nice seating area set up here if you want to have your food here. There's the stove for the winter time. And then there are a lot more boats docked out on this side. There's extra benches up there, extra seating you can take down. Some candles, there's some books, a coffee maker, and they also have a small library here, and also a kids library too. And that's the sauna right out there. My daughter's playing out here. There's some chopped wood out here for the sauna. The Sea Bear Sailing Club is the largest sailing club in Finland and is catered to those who enjoy long-distance sailing as their main hobby. The facilities are maintained by members through a long-standing tradition of volunteering. known as talkoot in Finnish. So this Finnish spirit of working together for the greater good is a key part of the club, with seasonal parties held each spring and each autumn. Okay, it's day 2 of our sailing trip and we just docked on a second island and I'm going to show you around. There are only 2 boats docked here. One of them is ours. And this is another island owned by the Sea Bears Sailing Club, and it's a private island. My father-in-law said that you can dock up to almost 100 boats here when it gets really busy. For instance, when they have their summer meeting or during midsummer, it gets really crowded here. So this entire row here will be filled with boats, and then it will go beyond to 2 to 3 layers even. So in order for you to get onto shore, you would hop onto somebody else's boat to get here. So I thought that was pretty cool. So you can fit like almost 100 boats here. Okay, let's have a look at this island. This island is definitely a little bit bigger. We had planned on going to a different island today, but my husband needed electricity, so we ended up choosing this one. So we're gonna check out the house first. We have some picnic tables out here, and you can go inside. There are books there where you can reserve your slot for the sauna. There's 2 books because there's 2 saunas on this island. Oh, I wonder what those are. Huh, let's have a look. Nostettu silti. Ooh, 1 kilogram. Let's open it. Oh, new potatoes. So they're new potatoes, so they're very small and the skin is very thin. And people usually boil it in a pot of water with salt and some dill. And then when you eat it, you can smash it and add some mayonnaise and dressings and whatnot. They're really yummy. This information is €6 per kilogram and you can pay them via mobile pay. This house actually smells very new, so I wonder if it's built recently. There's some tables in here for you to enjoy. There's electricity, so if you need to work. And then here, my husband said it's an ongoing list of chores that needs to be done on this island. So whoever visits, you are encouraged to pitch in and help out. Down here, there's some books. There aren't a lot of kids' books here, but we did find this box of Angry Birds dice game that my kids were throwing around. Here's a view outside. Nice big windows. All right, and then this is where, oh, it looks like there's a stove here as well, and you can do dishes here. Here's the hose. You can turn it on and you can do your dishes here. A nice thing to have when you're living on a boat. Tool. What does that mean? Oh, matches? These are cool matchboxes. Let's check out the sauna. So turns out there's 2 saunas on this island, and my father-in-law just warmed up the one that's closer to our boat for us. So let's go have a quick look and a quick tour. And there's also charging stations or electricity for your boat. Here's a rowboat you can take out. My father-in-law also said that there are snakes and ticks here. Not that many snakes, but probably more ticks than snakes. So we have to be careful if we go off the path. Okay, I think this is a sauna. My father-in-law was just chopping some wood here right before I came over. So this is sauna number 1. This one looks like it might be a little bit smaller than the other one. There's a bench out here. You can cool down and come out here. There's some wood here. Dressing and undressing room. Somebody has left their glasses. And then there's these paper sauna pads that you have to sit on when you're in the sauna. Okay, and then this is the washing room. This here is a pump for the seawater. And my father-in-law just came and warmed up the sauna. He mentioned you get warm water from somewhere. Where is the warm water? I have to go ask again. Oh my goodness, I'm such a newbie at this. Let's have a look at where we can go for a dip. Oh, there's another boat coming. There's a nice little walkway here. Oh, that takes you here. And you can go for a swim and cool down. There he is helping the next boat that's docking here. So when you see there's a little bit of space, you start putting it in.
As long as there is a reasonable good fire, you don't have to put more.
Okay. And then the water pump is just to the left there, that little red pump. So that's how you get your hot water.
Bucket under it. I recommend to put first some water and then pour the hot water, because if you spill it on yourself,
yeah,
it would be much nicer if it's not hot.
Right.
This is the seawater.
Okay.
This is a scoop.
Okay. Yes.
Don't throw seawater on the stones.
Okay. So how did you get that water?
There is a big barrel outside.
Oh.
That's rainwater.
Oh. Oh, I see.
It's collected, the rainwater
Okay,
is
so
collected there, and you use rainwater.
For the löyly.
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 Yeah, for the,
Okay.
this is
To sit on. Yes. All
this
right.
is for you if
Thank
you need
you.
more.
Thank
And
you.
when you have used it, throw it into the fire.
Aha. All right. Thank you. I'm just enjoying some alone time right now and picking some blueberries while my husband looks after the kids. My daughter usually naps once a day, and she's been delaying her nap because it's been so fun going sailing. So I'm trying to keep her from not taking a nap today and just put her to bed earlier, because yesterday my kids were so excited. They didn't sleep until it was past midnight. So I'm trying to not let that happen again today. And in the summertime, the sun doesn't go down until like 10:30. So there's still a lot of daylight outside, even though it's late. So it's very hard to put the kids down early. And in the morning, the sun comes up maybe at like 3:30. 4 a.m. and there aren't any blackout curtains on the boat. So we started getting light in our room at around 4, and I had to put some dirty laundry over the windows to try and shield out the light. All right, I think I have enough blueberries now. Even though there are maybe 7 or 8 boats docked now, and we're actually very close to each other on the dock, it's very quiet. Everybody respects everybody's space, and Finland in general is a high trust society, so I think that's what makes these islands work, even though it's marked private. Most people here follow the rules. And it's great that the club members all help each other out. If a new boat is coming to dock, you will usually go and greet them and help them with tying their boats to the dock. I don't know what the correct term is for that, but I saw Ukki do that several times. And Ukki actually told me that because he's been part of this club for more than 30 years, he now has a lifetime membership and he doesn't have to pay any yearly fees. Although he did say that they don't offer that anymore. So maybe he's one of the few members that don't have to pay anything to be in this club because he's been in it for the past 30 years. Give you a look of my view right now. And just listen to the stillness. Let's see. Can you see that? Tiny wild strawberries. My hands are purple from the blueberries, but these are very sweet. They're small, but they're jam-packed with flavor. Okay, there's an outhouse this way, down these steps, and it's green, so it's open. Maybe I'll show you real quick. It smells really bad. You would just flip the sign over. There's 2 in here. Oh my goodness. You can have a little family bathroom moment. And then there's some, what is this called? Shavings, dirt that you pour. And then the other one is just on the other side of the walkway. Here's the pump. I think this pumps fresh water from underground and it goes to the station, the dishwashing station. So they say that if you're walking by, give it a few pumps. So whoever is using the sink next will have water coming out. Let's check out the other outhouse. Okay, I see that it's green from all the way over here. So what a cute outhouse. Look at that. Same idea. I'm probably not gonna go into it. This one has a latch on the outside and on the inside as well. So you just turn it over, go inside, use it. But yes, 2 outhouses. So this is the larger sauna on the island. Table right here for you to cool off and maybe also have some sausages. Okay, so, hello Shadow. This is the undressing and dressing room. Oh, there's also a mirror here. We don't have a mirror on the boat, so I have no idea what I look like the past couple days. And there's also a heater up here as well. Some matches if you need it. Oh, they have this. I didn't see this on the other side. So if you don't want to wash yourself by pouring water over your head with a bucket, you can also drop this into a bucket and then turn it on, and then you get a trickling of water from here. That's really handy. For women, that's a hassle to wash with buckets. Okay, so you see this one is a little bit different than the sauna that I went to earlier. This one has a hot water boiler. So you just put firewood on the bottom and you boil a big pot of water. Oh wait, is there water in here? Oh yeah, okay, so I guess you just fill up this bucket here. There's a brush and a big squeegee for the floor. The floors are a little bit slanted, so the water kind of goes down here. And then you can use a big squeegee to kind of dry off the floor a little bit after your sauna session. And then in here is a sauna. Let's have a quick peek because it's really hot in here, I think. Oh, you see the fire burning? There's a bucket of water you can toss onto the stones. Here's a fire blanket. I haven't really seen a lot of these in the US, but they're very common in Finland. Alongside fire extinguishers, there's always like a fire blanket. If you need to use it, you just pull down both of these, both hands, and then you'll get a blanket. Okay, and then if you want to cool off in between sessions, this is cool. Oh, this is where they keep all the firewood, I guess. Wow. And there's an axe, and you can chop up some wood. And here you have a little dock here for you to jump off. Or actually, no, you can't jump off. It says don't dive because I think the water is pretty shallow. Oh, there's 2 swans over there. Do you see that? Wow. Yeah, it says don't jump. Finns like to use this brush for cleaning dishes, but I find that it just splashes everywhere and you almost need to wear an apron to use one of these. You found a blueberry? Yeah? Okay. All right, so we just arrived at the 3rd harbor of our trip, and this harbor is also owned by the sea bears. This harbor has no electricity. Currently, there's one other boat that's docked here, and let's go have a look. The sailing club's flag wasn't up when we first arrived, and the guy that arrived before us just put it up. And there's 2 other kids on this boat, so maybe we'll get to hang out with them for a little bit today. Let's see what this little house or cabin is.
Structure that has either been here for a long time or moved from somewhere nearby, but it's been here for at least 30,
Yeah.
more than 35 years.
Okay. Oh, cool. And then here is the book to reserve the sauna. Got another library here. Perhaps this was outside because it's covered in bird poop. This place has no electricity, but there's a lot more kid stuff. So got a swing here, another swing here. We have a sandbox. We have a box full of toys. There's a dartboard over here. Oh, and one of those sticky ball things. Okay, let's have a look over here. I wonder if this is the sauna. There's a pump there. Oh, they even have a bathtub. This harbor is a lot more kid-friendly. Okay, yes, this is the sauna. We are cooling down our cokes here with some fresh water. And this is the changing room. This place smells new as well. It smells like wood. What's this? Just a guest book that people can write in or draw in? This window to look outside. So my husband said that most of these houses and stuff are likely built by members of the club because there's so many club members and they almost always have somebody who knows construction. So they just have to pay for the materials and everybody volunteers their time. That's nice. Okay, and then this is the sauna's washing area. We've got this again. We'll just put in some firewood to light it. Back here is the sauna. Sauna with a view. Let's see, and this is a continuous burning stove. You just keep adding firewood in here to keep the sauna warm. Oh, you can sit out here to cool down, or you can take a dip in the sea. And you would just walk out here. Oh, this is like a privacy screen, I think, because the boats are docked there. And so if you wanted to go for a dip and you don't want to put on a swimming suit, you just take off your towel here, hang it here, and go for a nice dip in your birthday suit. Oh, I see little fishies swimming in there. And that's the sauna for this harbor. Oh, yeah.
Boat is Linjett 34. Length is 10.5 meter, 3.5 meter wide. Cabins for 6 persons.
Anything else we need to know about the boat?
One of the best of its class.
Let's do a quick tour of the boat. This is not our boat, but it's the exact same model. And I can leave the link for this below in the description if you would like to look at it. This is available on the Linjett website. But there are solar panels at the top, and this is what the deck looks like. There is a ladder here that you can lower and you can get on and off the boat that way if you're docked at a natural harbor. On the deck of the ship, there's a little table that you can prop up here that you can use if you want to, say, have a meal outside. Navigation info screens. Okay, this was really cool when I first learned that there's like a door. So this panel comes up and then this panel comes out this way. So when you're sleeping inside at night or you want some more privacy, you can close this up. Okay, now this is what the inside of the boat looks like. This is the main living room almost like area here. And then to the left is the kitchen. Okay, and then this is the other side. So you will come down the stairs. The bathroom is here and then the other room is here. The kitchen has a propane stove and an oven as well. And then this table in the dining area or living room area folds up. So you can see that they're folded down right now, but they come up if you are having a family meal. And then under here is like a little storage for drinks and whatnot. So my husband was sleeping on this side of the boat. You can remove these pillows. And then there's a piece of wood here behind the pillows that you can remove and you piece here. And then there's an additional pillow that's the size of this tiny piece that you piece together and you basically get a single bed here. And then on this side, it's the same idea. It's not as wide, but you can remove the pillows and then you get a little bit more space here to sleep. So you can sleep two here in the main living room area. This is like the driver's seat if you're inside. The only thing I helped out with on board while we were sailing is to turn on two of these switches. Here's another view. So this is a better view of the kitchen. The garbage is through this drawer. And this is where the fridge is. You basically lift up these two openings here and then the fridge is inside. There's no freezer, so it's only a fridge. When you're not using the stove, you can close it like this to get more counter space. All the cups and stuff are nested into these holes so that they don't move around when you're sailing. Okay, so this is the room right by the stairs. So this is where my kids and I were sleeping, and we basically played Tetris all night because everybody was just sleeping in different directions. I was just trying to find space between the two kids. You have to be careful not to hit your head here. We did that multiple times, but it's plastic, so it doesn't hurt that bad. But yeah, so you can fit an adult and two small kids here. This is the room my father-in-law was sleeping in. This is the bow of the ship. Maybe that goes here, it looks like. So you get a little bit more space, but this is like a triangle shaped bed. And here's another view of that. This looks out. This is the bathroom on the boat. You would just have to pump this multiple times to flush the toilet. There's also a bidet and you can take a shower here. There's drainage holes here. You can't see in this picture, but you can take a shower that way if you needed to shower on the boat. That's the engine. Oh, it's under the stairs. Oh, wow, cool. No wonder. That explains why it was so loud when the autopilot was turned on. Linjett is actually a Swedish company, and I think that's a Swedish flag. Yeah, surprisingly, there's lots of light that goes inside because there's like little windows hidden on both sides and also at the top too. So yeah, that's a quick look at the boat that we are sailing on. So this is actually my sister-in-law's boat. They went sailing for a couple weeks around midsummer. Now they're in Lapland, so we're borrowing the boat with Ukki. And I just feel incredibly grateful for the opportunity to be able to go sailing because we're creating fun memories for our kids, memories I've never had. My family did not sail. And I hope they'll cherish and remember these memories for a long time. We've changed our shoes into tennis shoes and boots because we are going to try to find mushrooms and berries. There might be snakes and definitely ticks in the forest. You said that it roughly costs 2,500 to rent a similar boat like this?
2,000 to 4,000 euros
For
a week.
1 week. And it costs us roughly how much every year to maintain?
Maintenance is 500 to max 1,000. And then is the insurance, which is 500 euros. Winter storage is 700 euros.
Okay.
The harbor for the summer is 577 euros and 45 cents.
Okay. As long as we sail for more than a week every year,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, the first catch of the day. We just found the chanterelle, and Uki's got a special knife, mushroom hunting knife and brush to do a pre-cleaning of the mushroom. Chanterelles. Yeah, this is a bridge. So you don't step in the mud.
They are a little bit dry.
It's been so hot the last couple days. I saw that you shared some with our neighbors.
Yeah. I don't have to clean so much.
Nice. So you might think that sailing as a hobby is only for the super rich, but in Finland that's not the case. It's actually quite affordable and not really considered a luxury to most people. Our family is by no means rich, yet sailing was a normal part of my husband's childhood. I've lived in the States for over 25 years, and my very first time on a sailboat was when I visited my husband's family in Finland.
So, Uki's doing something.
Half a prawn.
There.
Wow.
This is not the perch.
Oh.
But we can... Oh no.
Good morning, it's day 4 of our trip and I am super tired today. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. It's hard to sleep with 2 kids next to you. Even though the water was extremely calm last night, probably the calmest in the last couple of days, didn't get a lot of sleep, so very tired. But I did want to just show you what the sound of the water hitting the boat sounds like. We slept in complete silence last night, but in the morning you can hear the water. Here, this is what it sounds like. Interesting white noise. The Finnish flag gets taken down at 9 p.m. every night.
Yeah.
What's the reason for that?
Well, it's by the law.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There is a rule.
Okay.
Yeah, which says that you put the flag at 8 in the morning, and then you take it down at sunset, but not earlier than 9 o'clock. It is recommended habit, and of course the Sailboat Club keeps on that habit.
Oh, I see. How long is the silence period?
Until, let's say, 7 o'clock, or that has not been specified.
Oh, you mean like silence for the night?
Yeah.
Not just a moment of silence for taking down the flag.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9 o'clock is like the unofficial time to be silent.
Yeah.
Until
Quiet.
Until 7 o'clock the next day.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there are many people who are coming from a long sailing trip,
Okay.
coming to the harbor, and they want to sleep.
Right. Okay, so my father-in-law makes these for the Sea Scouts, which is different than the Sea Bears Club.
Yeah.
Turku Archipelago.
Harbor.
So this is public harbors that
Yeah,
anyone
yeah,
can
yeah.
go to.
Anyone can go there.
Wow. And these you can purchase from
Yeah,
bookstores?
From the store.
From the stores. So now you are meeting the creator of these. But he doesn't want to be on camera, so I can't show you his face. Nobody in my family wants to be on camera. The Turku Archipelago, or more widely known as the Archipelago Sea, is part of the Baltic Sea, and by some definitions contains the largest archipelago in the world by the number of islands, which is estimated to be around 50,000, although many of the islands are very small and tightly clustered. Navigating through the archipelago is not for everyone, as there are numerous rocks throughout, especially those that are under the surface of the water that you really have to watch out for. It's about 6 p.m. now. We left the previous harbor around, I think it was 4:30 or something like that. The boat that had the 2 kids on board left early this morning. By the time we woke up, they were already gone. So we didn't get to say goodbye. They got along really well with my son and they spent a lot of time playing together. I just woke up from a little nap. I was way too tired. I probably got a total of 5 hours of sleep last night. And now both of my kids are taking a nap. Just sitting at the bow of the ship enjoying some nice views. We're sailing through a whole bunch of little islands off to the side. My husband is steering. My father-in-law is cooking up some perch, the very same perch that we caught at the last harbor. I think he caught a total of 12 or more than 12. He's kept the 12 largest and let the rest go, and he prepped them on the island, and now he's frying some up for us as a snack. We're gonna try and see if there are any open spots at the next place that we're going to, which is very close by to where our boat is docked for the summer. My husband said that there is a resort there with a nice little beach that we can play on. Hopefully there are open spots. It is a Saturday and we're getting there towards the end of the day. I'm noticing that the harbors get filled up towards the evening, so I hope there are spots. If there aren't any spots, we might just turn the corner and put our boat back to the harbor. Okay, so since that dock was full, we're going back to our dock where we dock the boat for the summer, and we'll probably take the kids to the beach, and there's a playground there before we head home. So as we wrap up this lovely sailing trip, I am just so grateful and thankful to have this opportunity to be able to go sailing with Ukki. Special thanks to Ukki for taking us on this trip, and thank you to my sister-in-law for allowing us to use her boat while they're away. And also a special thanks to the Sea Bear Sailing Club for welcoming us to their various islands. And last but not least, thank you for coming along with us on our sailing trip. I hope you enjoyed this video. We are heading home with our hearts full and our skin a few shades darker, as well as multiple mosquito and bug bites over us, but we had such a fun trip. The kids had a blast, and I hope to do this again sometime soon. Wherever you're watching this from, I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Moi moi.